What is the origin story of Blade the Daywalker, and will we be seeing him in Marvel Rivals?
Lock up tight now.
Hey there everyone, it's Vivian, a self-proclaimed nerd with a passion for movies, TV shows, and all things fandom related. Welcome to Geek, your one-stop shop for all of the above and more. If you're ready to geek out with me about the latest and greatest in the Marvel Universe and beyond, then you're in the right place. So, let's dive in. With the release of Marvel Rivals, leaks about future character additions have been swirling all over the internet, including talk about the iconic vampire slayer, Blade. Now, rumors suggest that he may join the game in its second season, though this remains purely speculative for now. Blade has been a fan favorite ever since Wesley Snipes brought the character to life in the 1998 horror action that shares his name. And whether you're a longtime admirer or just now discovering this legendary hero, here's a look back at the origin story of the half-mortal, half-immortal vampire hunter. Now, Blade's story begins in London, 1929. Born as Eric Brooks to a single mother named Tara Brooks, tragedy struck even before Eric could take his first steps. Tara worked at a brothel when she went into labor prematurely. A doctor was summoned to assist with the birth, but this doctor was no ordinary man. It was Deacon Frost, a vampire with sinister intentions. Frost attacked Tara during childbirth, feeding on her and accidentally transferring some of his vampiric enzymes to the newborn Eric. This event was tragic for Tara, who lost her life, but it also marked the beginning of something extraordinary for her son. Eric was left orphaned in the brothel, surrounded by the harsh realities of life. But even at a young age, there was something different about him. His senses were sharper than most, his reflexes faster, and his resilience unmatched. Frost's attack didn't just curse Eric with trauma, it gifted him supernatural abilities. Unlike full vampires, Eric wasn't bound by their weaknesses. He became what would later be known as a daywalker. He could walk in sunlight without harm. He possessed superhuman strength, speed, and agility. His reflexes and senses were heightened to the level of a predator. And he had an extended lifespan, aging far slower than normal humans. But there was one thing Eric did lack: bloodlust, or the uncontrollable urge to feed on humans that usually plagues full vampires. Eric's life officially changed forever when he crossed paths with Jamal Afari, a jazz musician and vampire hunter. Afari quickly realized Eric's potential and took him under his wing. He trained him in martial arts, combat strategy, and the use of various weapons. Eric's enhanced abilities made him an amazing student, and by the time he reached adulthood, he was a deadly force of nature. Afari also taught Eric about the true horrors of vampires. Throughout their travels, Eric learned of their weaknesses: garlic, silver, sunlight, and the brutal methods needed to take them down. This mentorship transformed him into the hunter we know today. But Eric's training wasn't just about survival. It was deeply personal. He harbored a seething hatred for vampires, especially Deacon Frost, who had destroyed his family. This thirst for vengeance defined his mission. Eric adopted the name Blade, a nod to his weapon of choice: razor-sharp blades made of silver. Blade vowed to eradicate all vampires and bring justice to those they preyed upon. Over the years, his reputation as a ruthless and skilled hunter grew, striking fear into the hearts of supernatural creatures everywhere. And as Blade's story evolved in the comics, so did his powers. While his early abilities came from the enzymes Deacon Frost transferred to him, Blade later gained even more vampiric traits. In one version of the story, told in Peter Parker's Spider-Man #8, published in 1999, a bite from the vampire Morbius caused him to fully develop vampiric qualities, including enhanced strength and healing, along with the infamous bloodlust. But to combat this urge, Blade relies on a serum that suppresses his need for human blood. This serum is a staple to his character, showing his constant struggle to maintain his humanity while wielding the powers of a vampire. Blade's origin is just the beginning of his story. Over the years, he's joined forces with various Marvel heroes, including the Avengers, and has battled alongside supernatural teams like the Midnight Suns. Blade's story is one of survival, vengeance, and redemption. It's about a man who turns his trauma into strength and uses his unique abilities to protect the very world that fears him. And whether you're a fan of his original comics, Wesley Snipes' iconic portrayal in the 1998 Blade film, or you're excited about the upcoming Hollywood adaptations, if we ever get there, Blade's legacy continues to grow. His origin as a half-mortal, half-immortal vampire hunter has captivated audiences for decades, and his story is a testament to resilience, justice, and the fight against darkness. So, what do you think of Blade's journey? Let us know your favorite Blade moments in the comments and whether or not you're excited to see him in Marvel Rivals. As always, stay tuned to Geek for more deep dives into the Marvel Universe and all things pop culture. See you guys next time.